Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I am live on YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon. YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon. Should be, at least. Let me know if I'm not. I guess you couldn't let me know if I wasn't, but I am seeing some YouTube chats now, so that's useful information. We are here for the premiere of Big Brother 28. 90-minute premiere. We then will have the recap after the fact. But I will be here on YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon to stream during the premiere. It's going to be in about a half hour. So if you're watching this video VOD after the fact, for some of you, I've got a clock on the right-hand upper corner, so you'll know exactly when to skip to if you want to skip to the reaction. For the patrons, it should be easy to skip because you'll be able to see visually when the episode starts. Thank you for the bits over there on Twitch. Thank you, Helen. So we're here about a half hour early. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna answer some questions. We're gonna talk about some spoilers. Desynced? Am I desynced? People reacting with cheese emojis. I'm synced up. Okay. He seems pretty synced to me. I do want to test something real quick. Patreon, can you see this? Patreon, can you hear this? And Twitch and YouTube, you should know here. Oh, that's because I didn't do this. How about this? And how about this? Can you still hear or can you now not hear? Perfect. YouTube and Twitch hopefully did not hear any audio but me. That's the goal. That's the idea. But if you want to hear audio, head over to the Patreon. How does it feel to be take a break from Love Island? Whoo! There's still three left. I've got to finish the 3 for the Patreon viewing. But we're doing Big Brother tonight. Yeah, I haven't closed off with Love Island. We're still exploring. I have been wearing tank tops for those that are here just from Big Brother. It's gonna be fine. It is very hot here, and I'm in good shape, so I'm not embarrassed about it. Last year, it was also hot, but I was too embarrassed and I wore long sleeves all season. I also didn't walk last season. Should put a step counter in the corner. I no longer have an exact step counter. I have a different kind of treadmill now. Did I see the Instagram clip? Which one? I walked like 2 seasons ago. Oh, the preview of the episode? I did look at that, yeah. Um, last summer I did not walk. I was having treadmill issues. And I just sat through most of the season. But I've been walking. So basically, for those of you joining me, sorry, I feel like I'm burying the lead here. For those joining me that haven't been around in the off season, haven't been on the Patreon, we've been crushing videos. I was just looking. I can also stop walking when I need to, but I will be walking during the episode for sure. I started the Patreon about a year ago or so, and I was just looking at it. I don't know exactly the accuracy of this, but it says I have like over 400 posts now on the Patreon, which averages out to about more than one a day, which I don't know how that's entirely possible, but like it seems like it might be close. So I've been really putting out a ton of content on the Patreon through the off season. I've been watching all kinds of shows like Love Island, $1 Million Secret, Traders UK, Traders New Zealand, Jet Lag, Bloody Game, The Genius, Devil's Plan. All kinds of stuff will be coming throughout the Patreon time. So during the season, I've got at least 2 shows recorded. It's Traders UK Season 1 and Bloody Game Season 1 will be dropping throughout the Big Brother season. And then I don't remember exactly when Devil's Plan starts, but I'm going to try to keep up with that as well. So stay tuned for all of that. And it's all backlogged as well. If you want to go back and you're like, oh, I want to see what your reaction to Love Island is, because that seems weird. Believe me, it is. Yeah, it's weird. And you can go back and watch it all if you want. That is the idea. So that's what I've been up to in the off season, and that's like the Patreon stuff is working well. Again, I'll say it again. It's definitely the best place to be in terms of like support for me. Twitch and YouTube take a much higher cut of any money that you pay if you're paying it. So if you're going to pay money, I would advise going to Patreon. It's also a better version of the stream. You can hear things, you can see things. But no worries if you are particularly fond of a particular place. In addition to all of that, of course, during the off season, I will be able to continue to do some content even once the season ends. Patreon definitely better for me as a creator. It's been really cool. Not only is it better in the sense that like less money's being taken out by a giant corporation, but also because it's paywalled, we're able to do some things a little more in a little more of an interesting way, in a little more of an entertaining way, I hope. So tons of content there that I wasn't able to do on YouTube and Twitch. And like I said, really having fun in the off season with all of that stuff. But this season, I will be live on YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon throughout. Every episode live, YouTube and Twitch. This is what you will see. Patreon will see something and hear something a little different. And then we will also do live stream. We'll be live streaming the live feeds. I turned into one of the people in the cast who calls them live streams for a moment. So it's going to be the same as watching an episode, except there'll be live feeds. We'll watch the live feeds. Of course, you've done that on Twitch and YouTube before as well, but we haven't done it on a Patreon yet, and I'm excited to do it on a Patreon because I can really like control your experience. You know what I mean? Once we get that going. So tonight, the premiere, again, 90-minute premiere. Podcast will come after, so I'll end the stream. I'll go on to Rob as a podcast, and we'll do the recap of the premiere. And then tomorrow night, I'll be live again for Unlocked. And then I think I don't know. Well, I guess I'll probably just stay live or something. I don't know. Who knows exactly how timely they'll be when they turn the feeds on. The idea is to be live for the feeds when they turn on tomorrow night, and watch as much of it as we can, which would be very interesting. There are some spoilers, by the way. I haven't mentioned them yet. I will give you a warning if you really care. But quite frankly, we are a spoiler heavy place. At the end of the day, again, if you're new, at the end of the day, if you are here, I'm assuming you're here because you want to know as much as you can know. That means feeds, and that also means leaks occasionally. Now, that is not like 100% always true. There was a time during Big Brother Canada where they pre-taped the evictions, and I would intentionally avoid spoilers because those would come out, because they would come out regularly about an hour before the eviction. And I was like, well, I might as well just wait. However, for the most part here during Big Brother US, that's not an issue. The eviction episodes are actually live, so we're not getting regular spoilers in that sense. But we will get some leaks or tidbits here and there, and we will be discussing those. So, for instance, not only do we know now officially, it has been announced, if you haven't seen it yet, officially announced Angela and Rick Devens have joined the cast of Big Brother 28. In addition to that, it's been heavily rumored that Dee from Survivor is going to be on the cast. And so not only has that been additionally confirmed by Hamster Watch, but we also know who won the first HOH already. And I'm still not saying it quite yet, but I will be saying it, and I will be saying it pretty liberally, I would assume. Maybe not liberally, but like, it's not something that you should think you can avoid if you're here, I think, for the most part. Just as a fair warning to everyone. Nor do I think, quite frankly, that you should avoid it, because this is part of it. This is part of the experience. You know things ahead of time. You have that, like, it's like being a book reader. You know what I mean? So we will be talking about it, and we'll have some fun with it. What else? What else should we do to prep here for tonight? There will be predictions that I can do on Twitch. This is a Twitch-only feature, theoretically. So we will occasionally do some predictions. If you are somebody over on Twitch, it's a Twitch-only feature in the sense that you can only actually bet points on Twitch. But feel free to make your own predictions in the chat if you're on the other platforms. And you can hold yourself accountable. What else? Let's see. Just checking some chats here. Am I going to incorporate gambling tips? I do not advocate for gambling. I have seen that there are prediction markets now for the show. I think it's very fun to do that with fake money as a fun thing. It's not something I would recommend to do with real money. That would be my advice to you. And I guess my Big Brother analysis does not qualify as financial advice in any way, and I will not be held responsible for any money you lose gambling if you follow my analysis. The stock watch should hopefully be up for the summer. So you can play there, or at least should be able to play there. As per usual, I'm trying to work on a sort of updated version, but maybe someday, maybe soon. Who knows? What else? I'll be live every morning, of course, for the live feed update, which is good fun. That's the best source of information. There is something I want to do. So Uh, this is my own thing. This is the me thing. Last season was a tough season. Not only was I not walking, but I also basically fell out of all the habits because I was not sleeping and um, and I wasn't climbing as much as I wanted to be climbing, and I was talking about this before on an earlier stream the other day that like I wear this Whoop. It's like a fitness tracker. It gives you like an age, and the scientific credibility of that is whatever, but it tracks like your metrics, like your sleep quality and your fitness ability and whatever, right? And it gives you a Whoop age. And last summer, I rapidly aged like many years over the course of the summer, and so my goal, genuinely, my goal is keep the Whoop age from aging. I'm starting at the age, let me check again. And again, this doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean I'm actually this age or that I'm actually like physically this age. It's just according to its own metrics. Anytime you wear, this is my advice for fitness tracking. Don't take it as gospel for what it is. Compare it to itself. So like if you're on a scale, or if you have a heart rate monitor, or if you have like a calorie tracker, or whatever it is, a sleep tracker, like compare it to itself. Don't take it as defined truth. But as of right now, it says I am 22. So the goal is by the end of the summer to still be 22. If I can stay 22, we have had a successful summer. It took me roughly 9 months to go from about 30 down to 22 in the off season. So we just need to stay there. I will say it's already like the pace of aging has already gone up a little bit. And so the other things I want to do, I want to make sure I'm hitting my workouts, and I want to make sure, it's very important to me, I want to keep climbing throughout the season. I don't want to stop climbing. I've had so much fun climbing. I don't want to get out of the habit. So I am going, this is my own personal holding myself account. I'm going to admit to all of you if I miss a workout or I miss a climb. 4 workouts a week, 2 climbs a week. That's the bare minimum. I might eventually make a tracker for the stream. I don't know. But I have to keep that routine. And then the age thing is kind of how I'll try to keep the sleep under control as much as possible. The hope is that if I can keep all of those things under control, like the rest of it will kind of follow. In terms of food intake, diet. I'm not too worried about food intake. I'm a pretty healthy eater one way or the other. It's mostly, here's what I'll tell you what happens, right? I think I've said this before, but what happens is I have I'm sleep deprived. I'm not focused. I end up injuring myself during a workout. Like I'll tweak something, or like I'm not actually 22. I'm actually like 34, and so my body doesn't like it when I do things. And so I'll hurt myself, and then I'll be like, oh, well, now I have to rest and recover. I can't go climbing. I can't work out. And then, that lasts for like a few weeks, and then it's hard to get back into the habits. So I can't, unfortunately, prevent myself from getting injured, but, we're going to do our best. All right. That's my end of it. Uh, your end of it. Some ground rules for the season. Try to be kind in general. Be kind to me, especially be kind to anybody I podcast with, or talk to, or any of my friends. And what I will say is, it's open season on the house guests. Of course, we're gonna hold them accountable when they do naughty things. We're gonna make fun of them when they do silly things. We're gonna critique their gameplay. We're gonna praise their gameplay. We're gonna have favorites. We're gonna have least favorites. Um, but we're gonna try to keep it as classy as possible. Um, no need to, like, obviously, even like last season, things there was a weird thing going on, a weird thing that like really messed up the line between what is personal, what is gameplay, how do we analyze without getting too deep into personal stuff. And so I think the bottom line is, you just do your best. Just do your best. If it feels really mean, it's probably fine to not do. Uh, if you, yeah, I mean that's basically it. This is I saw some reactions to so we'll get into the cast stuff. We've got about 10 minutes before the premiere now. Um, if you have an issue with worldviews being expressed that don't align with your own, you probably have a good idea of what my worldview is. This is probably not a safe space for you if you don't like my worldview, and you can't hear it without getting upset. So sorry. But there are some very relevant things to discuss, including I have now seen the Kamu stuff. Pretty concerning. Pretty bad. Basically, from what I was able to see, he follows some very concerning accounts, including people like Matt Walsh. Has liked some of that content, including some pretty transphobic things, and homophobic things. So this is pretty relevant to many things, but also how he might perform, and how he might interact with people in the house. What I will say is, this happens a lot. And sometimes you come in expecting one thing, and then you see a different thing. And social media doesn't always tell the whole story, but pretty concerning. Pretty concerning that he would have gone out of his way to like those things. I heard rumblings of some other people, but I have not actually seen the posts themselves about anybody else. So I will refrain from speaking on anything else. But like I say this all the time as well. This is a me thing, and this is what I would like to be an us thing. Like, I try to focus on what I see on the show. We're gonna see a lot on the live feeds. You can't really hide who you are and what you believe, and so it's going to be pretty obvious, and we're going to see things and we're going to call them out when we see them, and kind of go from there. Here's a quick one as well. I'm I'm not, some kind of all-seeing deity that is immune to bias or anything else. I am not an official historical or the official historical record. I appreciate that many people find my updates entertaining and my commentary entertaining, and it's very fun to do. But I make no claims, and I never have, that I am unbiased, because listen, nobody is. Literally nobody. I do my best to approach things from, or at least give an approach. Here's what I will say. I give my best to give an approach to things from all sides. My main approach, the thing I will spend the most amount of time on, is the thing I believe in the most. The thing that I believe to be true, that I believe to be correct. However, I do my best to always give voice to other things. Those things don't usually make it into clips. And so people who don't see all of what I'm doing generally tend to only see the clips, the things I believe in most, or whatever, right? And that's fine. But that is my attempt at being as fair as possible. But that does not mean that I am not biased. That does not mean that I don't favor certain kinds of gameplay or certain kinds of players, because it would be incredibly silly to claim otherwise for any single person who watches this show. So keep that in mind. Please don't go around and claim I am like this ultimate source of knowledge. That only riles people up. But of course, I appreciate all of you that do recommend my content and spread the word about what I do. It's very kind of you that enjoy doing that. Okay, I think we've set some ground rules, which is kind of fun. Oh, of course. One last thing. I mentioned this on the podcast, but like, I promise you, I won't be doing this every time. But behind the mirror, those of you that bought this book, thank you so much. If you haven't heard it yet, it did become a bestseller, all because of you guys. I went to a local bookstore and I signed over 4,000 copies. It's been an incredible experience. You have absolutely made a dream of mine come true. Now a published and best-selling author. It's genuinely something I will take to my grave, and absolutely couldn't have done it without every single one of you. So thank you so much. There is an audiobook, yes. Now let's talk about the spoiler. We got about 4 minutes. Last chance. Hamster Watch has revealed to us that not only is D now officially in the house, D has also won the first HOH. Oh boy. Oh boy. Feeling good about my draft pick there. She's the one I'm relying on most. Obviously, first HOH is an incredible position to have. Now, that said, we've had a pretty bad streak of first HOHs. Basically, Cody dominated after being first HOH in All-Stars, and then Frenchie came in and said, hold my first HOH. And ever since, we've had a huge string of terrible first HOHs. And my theory has been that this is not because the first HOH is bad now or is suddenly worse, although it is diminished due to the blockbuster, but that instead we have kind of had an interesting streak of players who are not capable of handling the first HOH. And so this is potentially really going to test that theory. D is somebody who has played Survivor twice. She has one Survivor. She won Survivor, not only one Survivor, but did so in a very Big Brother way, in that she had a core alliance and just ran it to the end. And so of anybody on this cast, she should be the most capable of running this first HOH well. And so we'll see how things go. Obviously, there is some degree of like, I'm rooting for her, like up until the point where it's like, wait, you're being too successful. You're gonna lock down the season. Hold on, that's not what I wanted. But right now, I think we're in the fine mode of like, let's see how far we can go, because in the new era with the blockbuster, we have not seen somebody be able to wrangle the game. So maybe it's a little bit of cockiness, but it's like, go ahead and try. Let's see. Blockbuster might get in your way, but I'm very curious to see if it does. And if it does, or if it doesn't, then we can complain about it afterward and pretend that we saw this coming and all that stuff. But all right, episode is going to be on very, very soon. Let me pull this up for Patreon. Patreon, do let me know if the audio gets a little wonky at any point as well. How many copies of my best-selling book can I bench press? I actually don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how much it weighs. It is out in paperback now, though. Yeah, no sound is on purpose at the moment because we're on commercial. Let me pull up a prediction. First prediction of the season. Do we get a commercial? By, on my clock, 5, let's call it 16. Let's go more aggressive. Let's go 18. All right. Thank you, by the way, to all of the people who have subscribed and who have been joining the Patreon. There's many new patrons here, so thank you so much. I hope you enjoy being here. It'll be fun. All right. Rest in peace, Mickey. I do want to make sure we mention her at the start of the podcast. So the episode is on. Sorry, got distracted. We're officially on. I believe I can do this for Twitch if you want to.
They are whispering so quietly
for a moment
that we can't hear them. But don't.
Patreon, would you prefer me on the right? Yeah, the subtitles are pretty far behind. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to turn these off. They're so far behind. I think it's worse than... I mean, let me know if you feel otherwise. The PB time trip. They've time tripped the subtitles. Ashley first. There's Lyric. Lala. Here, let me do a quick... Just let me know if that's a bad idea. Latrice. I swear it's like they heard me. I swear, I think at one point I literally said, if you're gonna put put people that are much older than the rest of the cast, they need to be super fit. That is, by the way, without changing the competition. I still prefer changing the competitions. But if you want to make it big fitness, at least put people on an even playing ground. She practices eviction law? So she's Ashley, right? Like they cast her to be Ashley. All right, Melody. %. That's exactly what I thought it would be. Eviction law is not a focus. Very athletic. How wild, how like weird do you have to be intimidated by a woman's athleticism? There's Taylor, Mallory. I don't know why. I just have a bias against school counselors. I mean, I know why. It's because I hated mine, but like, I didn't hate mine. I just felt like mine was manipulative and I wasn't fond of it. She's elementary. Okay. Because in high school, they just wanted everyone to go to college to keep the stats high because it was like a high school where a good high percentage of people went to college and they were just like, you want to go to film school? That sounds like a great idea. Spend so much money on it. They really are just putting it right in our face. They're like, these people are fit. Is this all of the women of the new cast, obviously? When was the last time we got a gender segregated entrance? That's actually a good question. I don't remember. I can't think of a time, actually. Oh, Julie loves her just kiddings. Oh, wow. That was a quick commercial. Wow. Okay. Next prediction. Do we hear the term submissives in the next segment? I mean, if we had to be subjected to it online, surely the episode viewers must as well, right? Betas does not count. It must be submissives. Cause let's be real, betas. I'll take I'll take submissive as long as it's a noun and not like an adjective. Like he has to be calling someone a submissive, not calling someone submissive. You know what I mean? Cause it's extra weird. Submissive betas wouldn't work. Yeah, exactly. It's just really weird to categorize people as like, oh, you guys are submissives. Oh, hey, you? Yeah, you're a submissive. Who did that? Rome, aka Jack. Jack? Right, it's Jack, right? Yes, Levi was initially on the cast and was dropped shortly before the release. Pretty common event. He dropped himself. I didn't see his video. I saw that he posted something recently. Did he say why? All right, we're back. We're back. There's something weird about this. This is so like, I mean, it's obviously following the formula, but it feels unformulaic compared to what I'm used to. Here's Drew. Wait, I actually like his hair a little more like that. I was really wondering where he was going with the braces thing. You should know what it means if you're a fan. Oh, that's fun. Genuinely, I think the most concerning thing for him is how young he looks. I think people will like not think he's on their level. You know what I mean? Yeah, like not take him super seriously. Talking about being athletic. Here's Rome. He's given me an entire separate kind of ick already. The ladies I coach can get a little flirtatious. I didn't hear submissive. Oh, Angela, interesting that you mentioned that. All right, Chuck. Don't let me down. Sorry. He does seem lovable. He seems a little nerdy. Like, for real, not fake submissives nerdy. I really want to like Yash. I feel like he has potential. I'm just so worried. Rome, Taylor, Ashley, and Jason. Oh, sorry. A fifth person. We're giving first five vibes. Oh, look at that. Kamu opens the door for Jason, who goes in. Did I sense a slight hesitation from Jason? I feel like I might have. Yeah, the diary room is a little basic, I feel. I've tried so hard. I don't get the mustache thing, man. Don't make Zay's mistake. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm fond of the overalls, but you know, what are you gonna do? Come on, man. A season where Lala dominates would be a great season. He does have a mustache. Yikes. It's a little forward. That's an I can't tell if they're editing her that way because they want her to be Kelly, or if she really does have a vibe to her. Okay. I'm concerned about the fact that he's already talking about that with other people. I know 3 things about Chuck, and one of them he's said 5 times. Uh-oh. Oh, she's from Arizona. I've learned there's a little bit of animosity between Arizona and California. Living in San Diego. Oh, wow, that was an abrupt cut. All right. Paranoia maxing. I heard no submissives. I don't know about you guys. Do you hear any submissives? If he thinks that they're currently paranoia maxing, wait until Angela gets into the house. Do you guys see the here, let's see. We're 30 minutes in. Do they do introductions? Do they do introductions in the next segment? You know what this means? It means sitting around the living room, introducing themselves, saying what they do, stuff like that. It's a very formal introduction section. Really, the question is, are they going to do it next, or are they going to do all the Angela Rick stuff first? I think. Angela's official intro that was dropped on Twitter had her saying like, I'm gonna be less paranoid, and then she was like, well, probably not, because I can't help but be me. And then later in the video she was like, my downfall in my original season is that I was too trusting. I was like, was it? I feel like you had it right the first time. I feel like the paranoia was the issue, not the trusting. But okay. Okay. But listen, that's exactly what we want from Angela. I wouldn't have it any an Angela that genuinely was more trusting. Who is that even Angela anymore? You know? Rob has turned against Drew for suggesting a conga line. All right, we're back. We're back. You think they coach them up on that? I don't know, guys. I don't hate Nervy. Oh. Is that how she won? Well, now it seems quite obvious. Drew's a little. He's got some cobwebs to shake off. Not cobwebs. He's got some training wheels to shake off in the diary room. Enzo? They really were like, we need to pick somebody that will be terrible at delivering these lines. Who did he say he had on the line? Zuck? Okay, so with safety, this first HOH will be even less valuable. I'll say that. Yeah, it must be really weird to be Jason in that moment. Like, what does that make me? Man, we have so many new Survivor watchers this season, and this is their first episode. I can't, I can't pay attention to what he's saying. I'm trying so hard, but it's just words. So two people are going to be out. And I hope we're not going to get too many confessionals of I found the numbers that added to 28. I mean, that's such a terrible strategy. Wow, Barrett, really? One of two people. This is a really bad spot to be in. Luckily, the HOH isn't there yet. So that's actually not as bad. Losing is bad, especially in the Blockbuster era. If you're an HOH and you want to nominate somebody, you want to nominate somebody that you don't think is going to win veto or Blockbuster. Theoretically. So somebody that's like, oh, they couldn't even figure out how to add to 28. Like, plus the fact that there's only two people that were left out. If the HOH was one of the people who made it in, it'd be so easy to all kind of like agree, like, hey, can we all agree like those two? But it's not what's happening. So they did not do introductions. Who comes in first? Rick, Angela, or and I'll put D here. Who comes in first? I will run this prediction until somebody comes in. Oh, you know what I'd also love to do actually? Is what do they call Rick? Do they call him Rick or do they call him Devins? I would like to. That's a mini prediction that may not be a real one eventually because I might not have time for it. But his intro called him Devins. I don't know. I feel like he goes by Rick in real life, right? The official cast photo calls him Devins. Oh, okay. I guess honestly, like if he's used to being called Devins on Survivor, sticking to that makes some sense. And it also must be nice to like have a little bit of separation between like reality TV persona and real life persona. Um to be like in real life people call me Rick, but on the shows people call me Devins, like that's probably nice. He can reveal his real name is Rick. Yeah, he'll have a heart to heart with Rome. Be like, you know, my name is really Rick. And then Rome will be like, oh my God, my real name is Jack. When Jason reveals his name is really Selena Esteves. Oh boy. Feeds are tomorrow night. Pre-game thoughts on Ashley were she seemed like a fan, which was nice. I don't think I got much of a read beyond that. I think my read was that she's going to be more competitive and cutthroat than she gives off, which I think is still probably true. But her ability might need to be called into question if she decided that a good strategy was picking up random equations. All right, we're back. If we're not getting D until unlocked, why does she keep saying 3? Maybe we are just getting D in this episode. I think it's fair to call them all icons. Angela, one of the most known people from her season, also then competed on The Amazing Race and made it pretty far. Devin's a star of 2 different Survivor seasons. D, a Survivor winner. (1988) Long Beach, California. Yeah, this is going to be Angela, right? Oh, well, for sure it's Angela then. Is that person supposed to be 14? I mean, I guess to be fair, people just looked older back then. But we doing? I guess I should have done who's gonna win. Come on, Lala. And now I'm remembering why the episodes are boring. That was abrupt, but I'm not gonna complain. Oh no. Thought it was gonna be over. He's so proud of himself in this confessional. He's clearly gonna win. That's how we roam. Oh, here we go. Oh, I love watching reactions to things, but not the thing that's being reacted to. We're all ready to call it, right? It's clearly Angela. There's literally no other option. I'll wait. Here's what I'll do. I'll wait, and then we'll do a prediction for who gets safety in the next challenge. Once I figure out who's playing. Yeah, I'm also confused about how D is not introduced. I mean, I guess they could like cliffhanger it, yeah. That would be annoying. Because we already know. And it would be even more annoying if we didn't know. Also, weird to cliffhanger for D when D is like not the person. Like, I could see you cliffhangering Angela because Big Brother people would know who Angela was. But if you cliffhanger D, you come back and it's like, you did a whole cliffhanger for this person? I don't even know who they are. I don't watch Survivor. And if you do watch Survivor, you're probably not going to wait and watch the next episode if you're not already on board. You're not going to just assume it's another Survivor. If you knew nothing and you saw Rick Devens, you're like, I hate Devens, but you love D, and there's a cliffhanger, you're like, you might not even tune in. But maybe we are just, I mean, we've got 30 minutes left. I just feel like we were told that D was coming in later, which still just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but. Did I see that Suri told Devins he Survivor 50 that Big Brother was hell? I mean, she's she's told plenty of people, including interviewers. We also watched it. Seemed like hell. We saw how she was treated in that house. And we're back. There she is. The slow-mo. What's this music? Lala. No. No, Lala. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's bad news. Lala, you literally know that none of you can be HOH, right? That literally, like, Angela is one of 3 people that might be HOH. (2018) in Fiji. Okay, prediction. Who wins safety? Drew. Is that Taylor? Chuck? And Haley? Let's see if Haley has the comp beast in her that we think she will. I will tell you that already she does not seem like she has a lot of hustle. Drew has some hustle. I think Drew's gonna have this. It's looking at Drew or Chuck. Drew looks like he's in the lead. Ooh, Haley. Not looking like the Mackenzie we wanted her to be. I mean, I say we wanted her to be, but like, I guess it wouldn't be great. Drew fell apart, I guess. Chuck! My guy! One of my draft team is the HOH. One of my draft team is safe. Oh! Jeff Probst on Big Brother? This is not the first time, I don't think. He will be perfect for Big Brother. Feels like an insult, I'm not gonna lie. Chuck did indeed win safety. Big prediction on Chuck, too. Here he is. This is gonna feel so weird. Oh, it's a commercial again? Come on, man. Give yourself one non-anticlimactic reveal. All right, let's do the prediction. Does he... Let's say... Does the lower third call him Rick or Devins? Or Rick Devins? You have to guess. You have to guess. It's either Rick Devins or Rick Devins. Sorry, I just meant a little mad with power there for a moment. The lower third, that means his little name that pops up on the screen when he's in confessional. Now, there have been Survivor players on Big Brother before. Just, obviously, Suri. But even before Suri, we had some guest appearances back in season 2. But still, it feels super weird to me to go from watching Devins on season 50 just like a couple of months ago to being live in the house like right now. Because like when Suri went on, her most recent appearance was on like The Traitors. And that was still, I think, like a year prior or so, right? Not quite back. Yeah, I'm still on commercial at the moment. But we're about to come back now. There he is. Devins. Of course Drew knows him from the coin flip. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay attention to what his name said. I got lost in just watching him. It said Devins. Jason! Can we chill for one moment? Can one person refrain from putting a target on their back to one of the 3 potential HOHs? I knew he was a crypto bro. How do I know these things? Literally the second he said that thing about cold showers. Who is safe? Lyric. Yash. Melody? Jason? Is it Melody or Mallory? Which one? Doesn't matter. I'm just going for it. It's going to take me a while to remember the difference. Oh, it is so funny that Yash got the booth comp. I probably would also think this could be Rachel. I wouldn't think Janelle for 2010. I mean, there's no world where this isn't clues for Rachel. It must be a fake out, right? Cuts. Patreon will know I had perfect timing on that. Like, on the dot. Ooh, Jason might have needed that. Were these spoiled? You guys were scary accurate on these predictions. Global's way ahead. That global. My guess is, this is my guess. Yeah, that's obviously Rachel. That was, well, I don't know if that was really Rachel. I think that was Rachel from 2010. If we cut to commercial the third time in a row on the doorbell, we are. All right. No more predictions for now. I think we're these 90-minute episodes might be tough for predictions because Global gets too far ahead. But here's my prediction. Rachel at the door, but she's not really playing. There's some kind of mastermind-esque, like, you know, time machine trickery. Turns out, but that's so, that'd be mean. They can't introduce her. You'd have to have her come in and say, I'm not really the house guest. Because if you had her come in like she was really playing and then cut her off, or maybe she really is just on the cast and D is also coming. I would assume not. I would assume she shows up and she says, actually, I'm not the person coming. There's one more, but yeah, that's just, I don't know. But Enzo got it wrong. He sent you to the wrong place. What am I doing here? I'm not the one that's supposed to be here. Tune in on Friday to find out the real person. Yeah, you'd blame it on Enzo. Something like that. I still think, to be clear, I still think it's mean. If I were watching this show and you just queued me up like that and made me think that Rachel was coming and I was a big Rachel fan, I'd be really annoyed. It would make me really annoyed about D. Like, it would start me off on the wrong foot with D. I'd be like, oh my God, Rachel's coming. And then it's like, no, it's D. And I'm a Big Brother fan that loves Rachel and has no idea who D is. And I'm like, what the hell? Watch it be D in a wig. All right, almost back. I'm avoiding chat here because you guys are going to be a little bit ahead of me. Quite a bit ahead of me, apparently. Here we go. It is Rachel. Is she really back, though? I don't believe you. Stop trying to trick me. Oh my god, Angela, already paranoid. This can't be real, right? It's not. This would have leaked. If this was real, it would have leaked. If it's real, I will make a claim for Rachel as part of my mystery box. No, she said 3. Julie said 3. This isn't real. I don't believe it. Also, Rachel's having too much fun. Rachel's acting like she's playing with her children, if that makes sense. D is old. Is D gonna like show up and kill Rachel? Like a time traveler? Wait, what if D shows up dressed as a hamster wheel? So not real. They're gonna need it. Just like someone's gonna fall on her. There it is. She gonna get eaten by a dinosaur? Is D gonna be the dinosaur? Could we not do something a little more cinematic? Okay, he's gonna lead her to the volcano. But I'm an icon. Wait, was that a commercial? What just happened? What another weird, like, strange, abrupt cut. Um, I just feel like they could have done something a little like. I was thinking like she should have been like standing on a trap door or something, like something a little more abrupt than, you know, having a dinosaur come out and usher her to the top of a volcano over the course of 60 seconds while also getting green dino cam. um Maybe if she had started at the top of the volcano and like giving a speech the whole, like, start climbing the volcano and talking about how she's an icon and you shouldn't mess with her, and then like slips and falls into the volcano. Or I guess if you really needed the dinosaur, it could come out and shove her into it at the like last moment. Now this is a low budget movie. The way that Angela immediately clocked Rachel. There's something low budget about this. I would still be annoyed if I didn't already heavily suspect that that wasn't happening. If I didn't know the spoilers and I saw Rachel and then they took her away, I'd be like, I'd actually be a little mad, I think. All right, we're back. All right, I got to give Julie credit for that one. The cold read of a velociraptor shoved Rachel into a volcano. Angela. Oh, poor Rick. And that's gonna be the episode? Yep. Uh-oh. Oh. 6 weeks? Why did that Vito look silver? Immediately! Immediately! All right, I'm not gonna lie. I think they actually managed to land just on the side of like good camp here. And honestly, I think Julie really sold it there at the end. Like Julie acting like this is all normal, doing her regular thing. All right, and the skeleton in the love, also decent. Oh boy. Okay. That was it. The premiere of Big Brother 28. It sounds like tomorrow night. What they've done essentially here, right, is they've really hard launched Unlocked this season by saying Unlocked is basically in some capacity part 2 of the premiere. And then launching live feeds immediately after the episode. Do we believe them? They are not historically very good at being timely with live feeds, but she said immediately after the episode, 9 p.m. Eastern. So if that's the case, my plan will be to stay live. I'll be live tomorrow for Unlocked, and then I'll just keep going. And I'll just keep going for the rest of the night into the next day is kind of the plan here. So that's what we're going to do. I do have a podcast to get to now. Tomorrow night I will not be on. I believe there will be a podcast, but I will not be on it. And that's about it. If you missed the beginning of this stream, check out the Patreon if you haven't. That is the big message for you. The Patreon has the best version of the stream, and tons of content over there. So check it out. Sign up. Get over there. It's a great place to go. It's a great place to be. And here we go. season 28. I'm excited. I'm excited to do the podcast. I'm excited for the feeds tomorrow night. Let's see where we go. All right. Thank you again. I will see all of you tomorrow night. Be a fun one.